Hello everybody, happy Thursday. Hello to everybody out there. It is already, what is it today? January what? I don't even know what day it is today. January 10th. Okay, so I had to jump on here, say hello to everybody. Happy New Year. And kind of ask how everybody's doing with their New Year resolutions, right? It's right around this time that everybody kind of starts dropping the ball, per se, and starts allowing old habits to set in. And many times we do try to do things and we're motivated and we're striving, we're preparing, we're going to say we're going to go to the gym, we're going to eat healthy. The intention is always there, but more or less around this time, in a couple days, 10th, 11th, 12th, it starts happening where we start kind of not really following through with the things that we said we were going to do. So that's fine and dandy, right? Same old, we can just kind of brush it off. But around this time is where we really need to pay attention to the way we're talking to ourselves. Yes, let's talk about self-talk. So a lot of us, everybody talks, we all talk to ourselves. It's kind of heavy on my heart to talk to you guys about the negative self-talk. So many people think that it's very natural, that it's okay to talk to ourselves in a not so nice manner. But today, in my heart, I just kind of wanted to jump on here and say, be really careful about how you're talking to yourself, because we do manifest the things that we think and the things that we speak. And I want to kind of put it out there. I had a couple clients yesterday and today, and it seems to be a vicious cycle. Like, we don't mean to, it kind of happens. It's not on purpose. And then we're kind of freaking out because we always do it. And there's many times that we think it's not really that important. But I want to tell you guys that I really want to emphasize the fact that the way we talk to ourselves is more important than we're allowing to believe. So I want to challenge you guys to start paying attention to the things you say to yourself in the morning, in the afternoons, at work, when you're getting ready to go to bed, around your family. I know that there was many times where I struggled with the way I spoke to myself. I would say things like, if I dropped something like, oh, you're so dumb, or don't be this, and you're so clumsy, and this is never going to happen, or like, it was always one of those things I just kind of said and never realized how important and what it was doing to manifest things in my life. And I know many people know about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, but every time we speak to ourselves, we do believe what we're saying. So if you're constantly telling yourself you're no good, you can't follow through, you're not making enough effort, that you're lazy, that you're this, when you start saying those things, you actually start to believe them. So I really want to encourage you guys to be a little more mindful and to really think about how it is you're speaking to yourself, right? And it could be something so simple. And many times, even till this day, I talk about it, I talk to my clients about it, and there's times where I have to catch myself, because there's things that I'll say that aren't always very nice to myself. And then I have to say things like, oops, Velia, I'm sorry, go ahead, try again, I have to be my own cheerleader. And I teach a lot of my clients that sometimes we want people to be nice to us. We want them to respect us. We want them to say nice things to us, but we don't always do that for ourselves. So today I was thinking about how we can go about, first of all, understanding how important it is to speak nice things to one another, but more to ourselves, because we're around or with ourselves 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And again, many of us don't realize how that's affecting our daily lives. We all want to strive to have a better career, to have better cars, better houses, better whatever. And a lot of us want to be better everything, a better person, a better daughter, a better mother, a better everything. But before we can be a better for anything else or anyone else, we always have to be good to ourselves. And many people don't teach that. We talk about love one another. We talk about, show respect. But very rarely do we talk about loving ourselves, respecting ourselves, and really following through with the things that we want to do. I spoke to someone a couple weeks ago, and it was one of those things where I said, okay, sometimes some people just kind of plan and they make they make the expenses to buy all these things to push forward and do great things, and then all of a sudden they just don't follow through. I said, why do you think that's the case? And one of the biggest reasons that came up, or the most frequent reasons, because some people feel they're undeserving of receiving good health. They're undeserving of receiving a new car, undeserving of receiving a good relationship, right? And it's like, that's weird, I deserve it. But in a subconscious mind, many of us don't believe that we deserve the things that we really do want in our lives. So what we can do is actually we can get down to the root cause of why we hold that belief system. Why do we believe that we don't deserve? Is it because of something somebody told us? Is it because that was kind of nurtured in our youth or things of that nature? And many people just kind of want to find out where it's coming from. But a lot of us don't know there is an underlying cause. So if you are finding yourself struggling, if you're finding that you're not really being able to follow through, if you're tired, I have people say, I used to be so strong, I'm not strong anymore. It's not that you're not strong anymore, it's just that you're carrying too much, right? So there's many things that we do, when we can't carry our load the way we used to carry it before. You see posts like readjust your load or carry it differently or whatever. But how about decluttering all the things that don't serve you? How about decluttering, right? The negative memories, the negative past, the negative people. Like one can say, get rid of toxic people. Nobody tells us how to do that. Somebody can say, talk nicer to yourself. How do I do that? So we all need someone to help us learn how to talk better to ourselves, to think better thoughts, to know that we are the thinker of the thought, right? We are totally creating everything in our lives. I know so many people ask things like, why do I keep attracting toxic people? Why do I keep attracting all these things? And that's the kind of stuff you have to dig deep into, because we can keep asking ourselves and we'll just never know. But if you're serious and you really want to get down to why it is you continue to repeat old patterns, why it is you continue to attract toxic people, why it is that you cannot pursue and complete the goals that you're setting for yourself, there could be a lot of underlying reasons for it. And many times because you cannot follow through, the negative self-talk comes through, right? And instead of that helping you, then guess what? It makes things worse. Another example is a lot of people that have friends that are either overweight or they're not going to school. There's always somebody constantly reminding them, don't eat that, you're going to gain weight, or, make sure you go to school because of this. And make sure you go, because you have a whole bunch of people giving you advice and telling you what you should do. And you strive and you try, and all of a sudden you just can't make it happen. So then you're like, I'm so dumb, I'm so fat, I'm never going to lose weight, I'm never going to reach my goals, I'm never going to be able to do this. And that's a lot of negative self-talk that keeps coming. So not only are you given opinions by other people, now you have yourself, you're drowning your own self, and you're not able to continue pressing forward. Why? Because you're carrying more weight now. Now it's all the past experiences, all the negative memories, all the people that told you couldn't do it, and now you're talking to yourself, telling yourself you can't do it. Does that make sense? So those people go away, situations come and go, but you're constant. You're that person in the mirror every single day. And what I want to encourage you guys to do is to pay attention to the way you're speaking to yourself. If you are not accomplishing your goals, let's figure out why. If you're not able to follow through with the things that you set forth, let's find out why. If you're not able to eat clean, if you're not able to go to school, if you're not able to set goals, let's find out why, right? So that's always better than thinking that you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, you're undeserving. There's always a root cause to everything. So when you guys are ready to pursue those things, to really change your life, to make a switch, it's not something that's very difficult. Most people think that when you change your life, it's a huge transition and you got to think about it for 4 months and you got to plan it out. It's not that serious. You identify what it is that you want to do in your life. If you don't know, then we figure it out together, right? You figure out what it is that you want to do with your life. We think about all the obstacles that you're facing. We come up with tools and techniques that will help serve you in a way where you can go ahead and not just push them to the side, but overcome the things that are holding you back. And the minute you have that in your possession, you're golden. The confidence goes up through the roof. You're feeling a whole lot better than ever. And now you are really smashing any barriers that come your way. And nobody did it but you. So let's stop blaming other people. Let's stop worrying about how other people are holding us down and it's because of this. And let's stop with the excuses. Number one, pay attention to how you're talking to yourself, because that's the person that we have to work with first, right? Pay attention to how you're talking to yourself. Pay attention to the things that you want to do with your life. Pay attention to the life that you have. Is this something you're okay with? Do you want to change it? Or do you want to just continue to live life the way you're living? Talk to yourself the way you would somebody you really love. Talk to yourself the way you would your best friend, right? There's sometimes things that we say to ourselves that we would never say to anybody else. But it's very important that first and foremost, you start looking at the person in the mirror and figuring out where you want that person to be in life right now and start planning for things for tomorrow, right? For 6 months. Sometimes we get so caught up in planning for 6 months from now that we're forgetting to live the right here and the right now. So I want to encourage you guys to please, more than ever, right now, look at that person in the mirror. Try to figure out what it is that you want to do. Don't worry about how it's going to get done. Don't worry about whether or not it's possible. We're not worried about that right now, right? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I want you to really take an evaluation of yourself, your life, and what it is you want to do in the coming day, in the coming weeks, in the coming months. Because everything that you want, you can have. Anything that happens to you, you're creating. So if you're creating things that are not so great, right? If you're creating relationships that are not the best, let's find out why and start creating the things that you really do want in your life, because you are ultimately the creator of your own life. And I'd love to teach you how you can create the life that you were meant to live and the life that you deserve. If anybody wants to hang out, call me, let me know, and we can schedule an appointment. Going to be jumping on here once a week to share a little bit of what's on my heart. I hope that's okay. Would love for you guys to ask me any questions if you have any questions. I am currently accepting new clients here in my Victorville office. You can give me a call, 760-221-3147, and we can schedule an appointment. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Love that you guys spent some time with me today. I know your time is valuable. Love and appreciate all your support. Thank you for the messages and the well wishes, and we will talk to everybody soon. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.